nylon rope and plenty of string.
I like to lounge around and read the newspaper. And I thought it would be a neat idea to lounge around in a paper hammock and read the newspaper. And I actually found an idea in Stephen Caney's invention book that shows me how to make a paper hammock. And I have my friends Emily and Katie and Charlie here to help me make this paper hammock. And what we're going to do to start out is to gather up all the newspaper you can find around the house. And once you have a big pile of it, you take 2 pieces of newspaper, one inside of the other, with the folded edge towards you. And that's where you're going to start to roll. And you'll just run your fingers along and kind of crease it over a little and just roll. Roll it, roll it, roll it. Roll it, roll it, roll it, roll it, roll it, roll it, all the way up. And then you're going to take tape and tape it at one end, in the middle, and at the opposite end. And that's your roll. You'll need 40 or 50 rolls to make this hammock, so let's get rolling. Instead of roll, roll, roll the paper, gently on the table. To make a hammock about 6 feet long, you're going to need about 50 of these rolls, and you're going to need nylon cord. You'll want to cut 3 pieces of nylon cord, each 30 feet long. So I've got the 3 pieces here, and now the trick is to find the middle point, which we've done by folding the cord in half. And I'm just going to make a mark at the exact middle of this cord so I can know where it is. I've already marked this one, and Emily, you can mark that one. And you're going to have one cord at the end by this tape, one at the middle by the middle tape, and the last one down at the opposite end. It takes a simple overhand knot to start it out, and you want to knot it about 2 inches up from the end. And this is a long rope that we have here, so we've got to pull it through slowly and carefully. And you just tie it tight. Then you're going to do the same thing in the middle. At the end, you're going to make sure that you're about 2 inches in from the end of the paper when you tie the rope. Now notice how all the knots are on the top. That's how you want it to wind up every time. You want the knots to be on the top. So I'll give you each a roll, and we'll start working our way out from the middle, okay? Yeah. You've got one? Great. Okay. Here, Katie, we'll do this one first, and then we'll add in that one. And also make sure that you're pushing the newspaper as close together as possible, because it works. It'll stretch out when you hang it, so you want it to be really close together when you tie them. How are you doing, Kate? Perfect. Okay, so we all set over there?
Yep.
Good. Let's hold it up and see how it works. Wow. Yeah, it's definitely going to work. It's great. Okay, now just to finish off this last end, you're going to take the last pieces of rope that are still left, not tied in with the newspaper rolls, and you're just going to tug them so that you kind of feel the tension of where the hammock will pull. And then you want to loop around and knot them all together. So that's where you'll connect some more rope to hang it from a tree or from a fence. You should get an older brother or an older sister, one of your parents, to hang it for you, and then you can just swing away. I can see it now. I had so much fun making the hammock that I thought I would try to use my extra rolls and make something else. So what I have here is the base to a doll bed or a chest, and it's done using the same technique as the hammock, tying simple knots up the sides, the middle, and then I'm going to add on and build up to form whatever I'm making. So what I've done here is take a string and just looped it around and pulled it in tightly all the way up the edge. And I skipped every other one, although you could weave it around each if you'd like. Then I've got another string, and I'm going to start working up and building up my sides, sort of like a log cabin. So I'll take a long roll and just put it down right on top, pull up the strings, and just tie a very simple knot to hold this in place. Now the only trick to this is that you want to pull this string down push it through the last thing that you tied it to and leave it on the outside. And I'm going to do the same thing over here. Push it through and and pull it out, and now those pieces will be ready to go up and tie the next one. This, I just took a length of newspaper and cut it right in half. And so now that will be my short side. And again, I'll pull it up and fiddle around with the string so that it comes right in close and tight, and just tie it on. The tighter you tie it, the more it will sort of compact itself and be firm and well held together. And again, down just one now to the next layer, and out the sides. I actually have another one that I've been working on that is a little bit further along, and it actually shows the shape of the box a little better. And you can see how the log cabin is really starting to build up. And you can just keep tying on at each corner, tying on and building up, up, and up. In fact, with full-size newspapers, you can make a box like this. If you really get ambitious, you can make something as creative as this, which is a doll bed for my bunny. And my bunny's tired, so I'm going to put her to bed. There you go. Good night, bunny.